Okay. So in yesterday's session, we have to today we have to continue on this part. So why this is happening, So especially when you're working with Flutter. So when you're working with Flutter, especially when you're working with pubspec.ml file. So here we did this thing, right? We did a mistake here. So just give one tab space, and here also give one tab space. Okay. Here you have to give one tab space, and again here you have to give one tab space, and you have to do pubget. Okay. That is the only mistake yesterday we did actually. Fine, no worries. So let me close the application and again run the application. Now you can see the output here in a proper way. That is only one mistake yesterday we did guess. Now you can see. Now you can see the icons over here, right? Like this. So maybe the icons is somewhat bigger here. So let me go to the square tile. So in the square tile, I'll change this thing into 30 dp, 30 height. So let's move into here. Now you can see, now we can reduce somewhat. Okay. And the next one is coming back to the design part. Go to the desktop. Program class design. So here, uh, so this is completed, right? See, when you observe here, this is done. Okay. So now the next thing is, last one is you have to add this one, that is not a member with register now. The register now will be under blue color. Okay. So how to do that, right? Now see.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just joined. What changes you made for
No, no,
displaying
no,
that
no,
image?
no. The guest in the pubselect.yaml file. So here in yesterday's session, it will be like this. Okay. So this will not work. I need to give just one tab spacing. That's it. And here also it will give one tab spacing. That's it. Nothing else. Just one tab space. Hello, Amar. Got it right?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. So that's what I told you, right? This is very, very important. So we need to be make sure in a very proper way. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So next thing is I want to add this thing, right? So go to the login screen dot. So here we have this part is done. So now I'm giving the sizer box as a height as, let's go with 30. So after that, I want to add the two things, right? So I want to go with row element. We can go with children. Okay. So here I'm using main axis element as center. Okay. So under children, I'll go with text here. So I'm using here not a member, not a member. So you can use style here. That is text style. So what do you want? I want to go with color. Colors dot gray. I'll go with colors dot gray with 700. Opacity will be 700 mm. So after this, so I'll go with sizer box with width as 5 kind of thing. Now again, I'll go with one more text here. So this time I'll go with register now. Register now. Here I am adding the text style here. So I can go with the color. Color will be colors dot blue. Colors dot blue color. I'll go. Okay. So after that, font weight, I'm applying bold. Okay. So this is what we are going to work around the button. Now see, now if you just reload that one, hard reload, now you can see the same output over here. Not a member like this. So this is how we are going to work around the part. Now see, finally the output will become same. Just like something, right? We only gave this one like this is screenshot, this is actual image, okay? Like that. So if you want to add the background color with white background color, so what we should do, go to here. So already we added the background color as scaffold background color as this thing, right? So instead of this, we'll go with white color. Okay. Now if you run the application, I mean hot reload, now you can see the output over here. But if you observe here, this will and this will be somewhat different again. See here. Okay. So the most probably you have to give this back gray color as this thing only. So to match that one. Okay. It's a gray kind of thing. So if you go with 400, yeah, 400 is not good. 300 and 200 kind of thing. Okay. So like this, we can able to achieve the things over here. So any queries here, guys, in today's session. Just yesterday and today, the only one change we did what? That is the only one thing. Okay. Like this. Fine. So here, guys, any queries? So first you have to understand the design part. So how we can design this thing, we have to understand. We see sized box we use for what? To display the space. Okay. So if you want to display the space vertically, you have to go with sized box with height. If you want to display the space with horizontally, you will go with what? Width. Sized box is what? Width. Like this. So you can add just constant things like this. So to overcome to one, we'll discuss this constant later. But right now we can put like this on the problem. Okay. Separate constant. So any queries, guys, in today's session?
No,
So
actually.
yeah, now let
And
me,
like after like completing this front end part,
yeah,
like how do we like
that,
take
yeah,
user
no,
inputs
that what, see, most probably this entire week we are going to focus only on the front end things as
front end?
only. Okay, why?
Okay.
Because if I go with that, like, to integrate the backend changes and all, you need
Mm.
more knowledge.
Okay.
Okay, that's the reason I'll focus only on the widgets part. Okay,
Okay.
basic functionality part. Then we can focus on multiple things. Okay,
Okay.
like this. So let me add this code in the GitHub.
Okay.
Okay. So now we can go and check the code, guys. So please confirm me. You can able to see the code or not. So the two files I uploaded, I mean two repositories. One repository will from Hello World, and another repository is from Login Form Design. Okay. So today we are going to discuss on some again some kind of basic app with calculator. So don't think calculator like number calculator. So we don't require the number calculator, guys. Basically, okay. We need we have to work on some basic calculator. I show you that. Let's from the part. Yeah, I sent invitation to just check that and accept the invitation. Uh, Madam, mm, like Shamla Garu and Munikrishna, can you please send me your mail ID? That mail ID having GitHub access. I'm repeating, whatever the mail ID you are sending to me, right? Make sure that that mail ID have GitHub access. So if you provide that one, I'll provide that access to you guys. Okay, fine. So I gave invitation to him. Just we go with repositories of two repositories. So today we are going to discuss about the what we can say. 1 second.
On which channel?
Yeah, okay. You can accept now. Okay, finally. So now we can focus on the calculator application. So in this example, I'm trying to do here is I want to design the calculator application. Just like I want to take two input fields. I want to take two input fields and four buttons, and one button will be clear button. Where I want to enter the input number 1 and 2. When I click on add, it will go into result display result kind of thing. That is, so in this example, we primarily focusing on the design with basic functionality. The very first time you're working on functionality, let's focus on that part. So click on next. So I can say calculator app. So new things. So here also you can remove it of com dot money, and everything is fine now. Just click on the create. Okay. So once you click on the create button, now whatever the code you have here, just remove the code. Just remove the code, and you can use here void main. Okay, and you can use run app. And here you can design kind of like calculator application. We can say calculator application like this. Okay. Now we can define what class. We can use calculator application extends. We can use stateless widget. Guys, up to today, we are discussing only on stateless widget. We are not at all discussing another widget called stateful. Make sure, okay? So now I'm just override the build method. Okay. So here I'm using material app. Okay. So after that, debug banner will be I'm making a false. Okay. So title I'm going to add as simple, or we can call it as calculator application. Calculator application. And now I am defining theme. So you can use theme. So if you have to add the theme data, you can add the theme data, guys, for your entire application. So you can use primary swatch or primary color theme, whatever you want. You can go with these things. You can assign the color called colors.blue or colors.pink, whatever you want. Okay. Now let's after that you have to design home. Home. In the home, I'm going to say calculator home page. Calculator home page kind of thing. Okay. So now, guys, see, now I'm taking one class where I'm going to extend stateful widget. What is that? Stateful widget. Why? Why we are taking again one more class and making this a stateful widget is so I am going to perform some kind of business logic. I'm going to perform some kind of business logic. If you want to perform any kind of business logic, make sure that your class will be extended with stateful widget. Okay, stateless widget is a class where you are going to work with static content. If you are going to work with any kind of functionality like business logic or API calling, whatever it is, at that time, you have to make sure that your class is extended with what? Stateful widget. Okay. Now you need to override this like that. Okay. And in the stateful widget, you have to override state of the create state, and you can define your class name here. Directly, I can say like this. So I'm going to use some differentiate here like this. Okay. So calculate page state like this. So this is how we are going to behave like this. So make sure that it is going to be like this. Now what we are trying to do here is, 1 second, we can define like this also. Just cut it, just remove it off, just remove this thing and just use like this. Okay. So this will be having like, flower bracket. If you, I mean, you have to go with flower bracket or you can go with this. So when you are going to work with flower bracket, that means flower bracket, if you have more than one line of content, then you can go with flower bracket. I want to add only one line, right? In that case, you have to use only like this. Okay. Now, after creating, I want to create this class now. I want to create this class now. So guys, see, so stateful widget. So let's focus on, you have to understand what is stateful widget in Flutter. See, a stateful widget is a dynamic. For example, it can change its appearance in response to events triggered by user interactions or when it receives data. Checkbox, radio, slider, inkwell form, text field are examples of the stateful widgets, right? Okay. So if you want to work with that thing, you can go with these things, guys. So stateful widget class having like this. So you have a proper documentation here, but I don't want to more work on this part. Just you have to design the things like this. So you have to make sure that whatever the class you are defining, you are making this one as the external stateful widget. So when you're making the stateful widget, you have to define one override method that is a create state. Okay, that means if you want to perform any kind of business logic, first of all, you have to create the state for that. Okay, the state I'm creating is like this. The same name, see, the same class name, but added extra with the ended with state, and I'm using what underscore. These are format, guys. So these are format only. We have to work on the pattern, right? Now I'm creating the same class name like this. Just paste it off here, okay? And extends now this thing as what state of. You can define that calculator homepage like this. Now again, you need to override a method here. Here we have what? Build context. Okay. Here you need to write your own logic. Okay. Here you need to write your own logic kind of thing. Okay. So when you are making the class a stateful widget, you have to define one thing, and after that you have to create one more class, and you have to write the things over here. So without creating the state in stateful, you can't work on the stateful widget class case. So the create state is mandatory. With the reference of this class, you have to create the class of state home, like state of this thing, and you have to create define like this. So here I'm using return. Okay. Here I'm using return kind of thing. You can use as of now scaffold. As of now, scaffold here. Yes, I'm adding this thing, and I'm using app bar. So I'm using app bar here. That is, we can go with the title. Okay, so I'm using text as what? Calculator application. Calculator application I'm using. Okay, so you'll go with background color. So I'll go with colors don't pink isn't. That's it. Now I'm planning to run the application. Now you can see the only what we can say that thing app bar. Now you can see only app bar with calculator application. So after that, what we should do here, we can use body. Okay, body. I'm taking body as column widget. Column children. I'm taking. Okay. So here, guys, see here I'm doing first enter first number. Okay. After that, I'm adding one more input field, that is enter second number. Okay. What is wondering one more field called enter second number. Okay. And here I'm applying 4 buttons. Okay, I'm applying 4 buttons like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay. I'm adding 4 buttons over here like that. And finally, I want to display one result box. Okay. That means the user enters first number, second number. When user click on add plus button, this two is going to perform, and that result is going to display in the result box. Right? Like that. So how we are going to design. Okay. Now let me make this one as constant here. Understood, guys? Guys, understood or not? Hello? Guys, you're catching me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now I am planning to
Yes.
design. Now I'm planning to design the first form input field over here. So for that, what I'm trying to do here is I want to take text field. What is that? Text field I am going to do. Okay. So here, we have to add decoration first. Decoration, that is input decoration, and I'm adding one label text. I'll go with label text is it. Okay. So here I'm using enter first number. Okay. So after that I'll go with border. So I'll go with simple outline border, outline input border. Nothing else I'm adding. I don't want to add anything over here. Just I want to make everything simple. Okay. So now that is what we have to use like this. Okay. So and after that you have to use keyboard type. Keyboard type. I want to make this keyboard type as text, input type as number. Okay, I'm planning to enter only number. Okay, I don't want to enter any kind of things are there like this. Okay, this is how we are going to design. And if you want to add yesterday in login form also we designed that input border, right? You can take that one also. You can take that input border also. You can go with that, no problem. Okay, so like this, just hard reload. Now you can see the output here. Okay. Now I want to adjust. Now I want to adjust somewhat bit, right? So what I should do here, I want to wrap this with container. I want to wrap with this container. Uh, container. Just remove this constant here. Now here I'm using margin, margin, edge and sets only, only left with 25 dp, 25, and right with 25. Okay, and if you want to go with top or go with all, better, just make it all, go with 25 like this. Now if I again hard reload, now you can see the output as well like this. So when you enter here, it is displaying like this number. Okay. Now next thing is what we should do here. The same input field we require, right? Just I'm going to copy the same thing. But here I'm using sizer box with height as, let's go with 10. Okay. And again, uh, here paste it in second number, right? Just enter second number. Okay. Now just again hard reload. Now you can see first number and second number kind of thing. So I don't want, I already we gave the margin top and margin bottom, right? So no need to give that one. So better to use like this. So if you want to go with only what we can say top left and right, so better we can go with only left with 25 dp and right with 25 dp. So just copy the same thing, paste it here, and we can now we can use here size box height as 10 dp, 10 like this. Now hard reload this. Now you can see difference, but you can give hard size box in top also. So here also you can give like this. So it's better to give here 30. Okay. So it is going to be like this. So now, okay. Now I want to design the four buttons here, right? I want to design four buttons over here with what we can say, 4 buttons I want to design here. So what, yeah. So here also I'm taking container. I'm taking container here also. Same thing. Just copy this margin over here. So let's copy this sizer box also. Okay. Yeah. So container, everything is there, right? Now you can use child. Now here you can use row. Now you can use row here. So row, and you can use children. So if you want to work with buttons, right? The very first time we are working on the buttons. So for that, we can use elevated button. What is that? Elevated button. Okay. Now you can use here. So it is having on pressed. So right now we can use like this. I'm not using any functionality right now. And here you can use child. This one as text. Text as you can use simple. You can go with add, or you can go with plus symbol. You can go with add, or you can go with plus symbol. Anything is fine. Okay. Now, so let's again copy here. Just you can paste it 4 times, and you can use this one as minus symbol. Okay. And this one as in multiplication symbol, and we can see use what, division symbol, right? Now again hard reload this. Now you can see the output as what, like this. Okay. Plus my subtraction, multiplication, and division. I want to go with spacing, something kind of thing, right? If you want to go like this for row, you can use main axis element as space evenly. What is that? Space evenly. If you take like this, so automatically it is going to be considered, automatically space going to consider like this, equal height and equal width, and width is also taking considered like that only. Okay. Now you can see add plus like this. Okay. So up to here, any queries?
Like what kind of button this is, like round edge,
No, this is not rounded. This is elevated button. Elevated
elevated.
button. Elevated
Okay.
button. This elevated button having a default behavior. This having default behavior. Hey,
Okay.
Money, I don't want to go with this. I want to customize button. Fine. We'll
Okay.
discuss that one also. We'll discuss
Okay.
that one also. But we have in Flutter, we have a button called elevated button, right?
Elevation. That
Yeah.
example code, like which comes with that counter, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That plus
exactly.
button
On
in
press,
the
on
right
press here, on
bottom.
press, on press here. No, so if you see, here, if I click on something, if I click on the button, right? This
Hmm.
button clickable logic you have to write inside here.
Okay. Unpressed.
On press. This on press having a default behavior for elevated button, but
Elevated.
for customized button we don't get that one.
Okay.
But we can achieve that one also by using customized button also. But we can
Okay.
see that one. Okay. So
Okay.
any queries here as of now?
No.
See, guys, see, honestly speaking, the way of design is very easy. Okay, but if you practice good, so definitely the design will become very easy for you guys. Okay, so no problem at all. Now, you have to write the functionality, right? So let's see here. I entered 12 in first number. I entered 14 in second number. I want to take one result box here. Okay. When I click on add, I want to I want to take this value from first number input field. I want to take this value from second number input field. How we can fetch it? Okay. For that, we have controller. For this, whatever the value you added, no. If you want to fetch this value, we have to fetch this value by through controller. So for that, what we should do here is very simple. So go to the state class right here. See here, you have to define two controllers we are using, right? One will be text editing controller. Let's take an example of first name controller equals to text editing controller. The same way, second name controller equals to text editing controller, right? Like this. So we have to define first name controller, second name controller, right? So if you want to enter the first number, right, here. So in text field, we have an attribute called controller. There you can pass this controller. What is that? First name. No, let's remove this. We can use first name controller. Here also remove this and you can add controller. And this time you can use second name controller. That means in this field, if you add this controller, that means whatever the value you entered into there, that is going to be stored in this controller. That value is going to store in this controller. Okay, clear guys? If you want to see the output also, I'll show you. Now, what we should do, let's take an example. If I press on a plus button, okay, I want to display first number and second number by using that. So we can say first number controller dot text here. And again, print, we can use print second number controller dot text. Yes, I'm adding only for add button, guys. Now see, click on here. Now go to the simulator here. Now you can see a run option. Now go to the simulator here. Now if I entered first number as 12, second number as 13. If I entered plus here, now you can see 12 and 13. See here. If you change the value to 17, again see here 12 plus 17. You got it, guys? So whatever the value you entered, when I click on plus button, so that value I need to fetch from these input fields because the help of control. Guys, clear or not? Guys, please respond.
Got it.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yeah. So now what I'm trying to do here is I want to perform some kind of logic, no? Where I want to write that logic. I'm going to write the logic. Guys, see, I'm going to write the logic in above of the build method. Above of the build method. Okay. So here I'm taking one result, double. I'm taking the result equal to, I'm defining the value as 0 as of now. Okay, 0 as of now. So here I want to take one function. So void, I can say perform calculation operation or perform calculation like this. Okay. So inside this function, I am taking one parameter called string operator. It may be plus or minus or subtraction or multiplication, right? That operator I'm defining here. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to do here is I want to convert these things into double. That is, you can call it as number one. I mean, first number, you can say double dot. I want to convert, see, whatever the number you entered in the controller, no, that will by default, it will be string. I want to convert this thing into double. If you want to convert this into double, you can use double dot try parse. So if you want to convert string to double, you have to use double dot try parse. In Java, if you want to convert any integer dot parse in double dot parse float like that, right? So here also we have like this type parse, and you can use first controller dot text. Suppose by default, if you're not entering, right? So it will consider as a 0. By default, the value. See, if you have the value, it is going to take like this. If in case you remember here, ternary operator. In dot programming, we learned here the ternary operator. That means whatever the value we have here, if the value doesn't have anything, automatically we are going to assign the value as what? 0. Right? And same thing, just copy the same thing, and instead of number 1, we can define number 2 here, and second name controller. First must see, sorry, here we can call it as first number controller, not name. Here also you can call it as second number controller. Just copy this, okay, like this. And I want to write some logic based on the operator. I want to calculate the things, right? For that, you have to use set state method, guys. So what is the set state method? So set state is a method where you have to execute the business logic. Set state is a one kind of block where we can write the business logic. Okay, here I am taking switch block, guys. I'm taking what here? Switch block. Switch. I'm passing the operator. I'm passing what? Operator here. So case 1. In this case, if I pass plus, so that means you have to perform what operation? Addition, right? You have to perform addition operation. So just copy the same thing. Just change this thing into minus, multiplication, division kind of thing. Now, if I want to perform addition operation, so for that, what I should do? Result equal to num1, number 1 plus number 2. Number 1 plus number 2. I'm assigning this thing to result. So same thing I'm pasting here. Just change the sign. Same thing I'm pasting here. Just change the sign. Okay. So multiplication, division is coming, everything is done now. But when you're working with division, okay, be careful. Okay, division, be careful. So you can say, result equal to, guys, see, num2, you have to check the value will not be equal to 0. First one, num2, the value not equal to 0. If it is condition is correct, then I'll go with perform the operation of num1 divided by num2. Now you can use, I want to give a full width of space, right? We can use double dot infinity like this. Guys, double dot infinity means what? It will take full width. Okay, full width. Okay, and I'm facing what? Break here. Okay, like this, you have to design. Guys, see, if you want to perform any kind of business logic, we have to execute under set state block only. This is very, very important. If tomorrow, if you are working with network API calls, tomorrow, if you are working with what we can say, anything like database, local database, Firebase, all the things we are going to execute under set state block only. This set state block will come only for stateful widget, not with stateless widget. Okay, like this. So now my entire stuff is done, right? Now when I click on pressed, whatever the business logic we wrote there, no, we have to perform there. Now you can see here, I can see, I can go with perform calculation, and I'm using plus here. I'm using here what? Plus. Okay. So automatically that is going to be happen over here. Same thing here also. Just change the sign when you click on press. Here also, same change thing, and just change the here also, and just everything same, and here also we can update like this, right? So this is how it is going to work around the pattern. Now, finally, I want to display in this thing, right? Where so say result box, right? So I can go with size box as height as, I can go with 25 here like this. Okay. So after that, I want to define, I can take one container. Okay. Or else directly take a text widget here. Directly take text widget here. Now I can use dynamically, you can use like this. So I can use result. Okay. So I told you, right, in dot programming, we discussed this thing. I don't know whether you guys are remember or not. We can result string interpolation, we can perform like this, and you can use style. You can use text style here. Okay. I can go with font size will be, I'll go with 25 like this. Okay. Now if you run this application, oh, okay. Yeah, here you can call it as second number controller. Here you can call it as first number controller. Now, from the application, guys, see, by default, result will be what, guys? 0.00. I am entering the first number as 12, entering second number as 43. When I click on plus, the result will be 55.0, 15.6, 31.5, and so on so value. We can see, we can trim this with 2 digits or 3 digits, we can trim it off. Okay. How we can trim it? You guys can look into that part. So how we can trim it, that part we can look into that part. And I want to make this enter into center, right? So go to the top level. Yeah, here. So simple main axis element, go with center. Now you can reload this. Now you can see everything become centered over here. So you can adjust with the container also. Okay, see, last one is there, no? What is this? This one, right? You can wrap with container, okay, and use margin, okay, agencies dot only, left with 25 and right with 25 like this, and click on hot reload. Now you can see like this. Okay, now so you can try, guys. You can try with that. So how it works, you can just let me know. Okay. So how we can trim this part, you can try with that from your end. Okay. Guys, any queries here? So
like instead of that infinity, we need to trim it.
yeah. That I don't want to discuss. Just you can try
Yeah,
it
yeah.
from your end. Okay.
Okay.
Like that. So this is about calculator application, guys. And tomorrow, uh, up to today, we are working only with one screen, right? So how to create two screens tomorrow, how to create two screens, and how to pass data between the two screens. Okay, how to create two screens, how to make communication between the two screens, and how we are going to pass the data from one screen to second screen. So that part we are discussing on tomorrow, guys. Okay. After that, we can go with list. Okay. how we are going to display a bunch of data in the list view. Okay, how to work with card design, right? That and all we are discussing step by step and all. So once I'll confidently that okay, we'll complete the basic setup of Flutter, then we can jump on to the database. I mean, we have SQF is there in Flutter. So there we can take an example of student-based application where you can enter, where you can design the form like login form, registration form, dashboard, where you can where if you don't have any login details, click on registration form and you have to enter the registration fields over there. So in that one we have to take drop down. We have to take drop down as a gender selection. Okay, date of birth as a date calendar selection. That and all we can discuss. Very interesting. And all we discuss that one in the coming classes. But tomorrow will be how to navigate between one skin to another skin. In the same class itself, how to pass the data from one skin to another skin. That also we can discuss in the tomorrow session. Yes, okay. So today's session, any queries here?
No, actually.
Okay, okay. Okay, guys, we can plan tomorrow. And the meanwhile, let me add this code into a repository as well, so that you can verify from your end as well. So let me create new repository. Okay. So code is pushed. Okay, see here. So code is pushed here. So you can go and check the code over here. This okay. Now see, code is pushed over here. So you can see three repositories as of now. So one will be Hello World, login form design, and calculator app. Whatever the code we explained today, everything will be there here. If you have any queries, you can follow the recording as well, and you can follow the code as well. This okay. Thank you so much. We'll meet you on tomorrow. Next, bye.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, that our Google Sheet yesterday's recording is not updated.
No. See, ma'am, see, wantedly, I didn't upload yesterday. Wantedly. Why? Because I want to test it, whether you guys follow my recordings or not. Just for wanted, I'm doing that. But anyhow, I uploaded today morning itself. Now you can go and check out that part.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, let me open that. Guys, see, please do recordings. Follow the recordings, okay? Sometimes I'm wantedly not upload the files here, so you can understand. I'll show you that one second, please. Yeah, see, you can see here. Flutter login design. So this thing we can call it as Flutter calculator app. This one
screen is not visible.
Screen is not shared.
Oh, okay. 1 second. Yeah. So this is already yesterday only I uploaded. I mean today morning I uploaded this. So once the class recording is stopped, right, then I can upload this one also. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Thank you, sir.